kids, have you ever prayed really hard for something?
Maybe it was for your grandma who was sick, or for your dad to get a good job, or even just to make a new friend at school.
And then the next day you prayed for it again and again and again, but God never seemed to answer.
Didn't it feel like your prayers were just bouncing off the ceiling?
Well, you're not the only one. King David prayed a prayer just like that in Psalm 13.
Oh Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever? How long will you look the other way?
David was sad about something. Maybe it's because another king was out to get him, or because his people wanted someone else to be their leader, or maybe he just lost his favorite slingshot.
But whatever the reason, David felt like God had forgotten all about him.
When he prayed in bed at night, he probably thought his prayers were bouncing off the ceiling.
Sometimes God is quiet when we need him most. That's what we learn when we read Psalm 13.
God didn't always answer David's prayers right away, and he won't always answer your prayers right away.
Do you know why? Because he's God and we're not. That's the main reason. If we were God, we could tell him what to do.
We could order him around like a little brother, but we're not, so we can't.
But if you keep reading Psalm 13, you'll learn something else.
Just because God is quiet doesn't mean he's not there. That's what King David learned. He realized that God was always watching and always cared.
God wasn't mad at David, and he wasn't trying to ignore him. Maybe he just wanted David to learn how to be patient.
Maybe God was just trying to teach David how to trust him. And maybe that's why God isn't always answering your prayers. So how can we know he cares?
God proved his love by sending Jesus.
You remember that famous verse, right? For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son so that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life.
Jesus is God's proof that he's listening, even when our prayers don't feel like they're getting anywhere.
Because Jesus died for us, we can know that everything is gonna be okay.
But I trust in your unfailing love. I will rejoice because you have rescued me.
Next time you feel like your prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling, try a different prayer. Thank God for saving you. That's what King David did.